Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? What's up? What's happening? All right. Hi, hello, crypto world. How are you doing? All right, let's start with the analysis, right? All right, let's start with the analysis of today. What's happening? Okay, let's see the charts. Let's see Euro USD, what's it's doing right now. If you guys can see my screen. Okay. So let's start from the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame is opened bullish, as you guys can see, making a good fair value gap. That if we can sustain this week, let's see. On the daily time frame, as well, we have taken the highs of the previous Friday's candle. So if you guys can see, let me zoom in a little bit. We have swept the highs of Friday's candle. So again, there's a confluence that we could be in a bit of selling, right? Let's see on the 4 hour time frame what's happening. Okay, so 4 hour time frame, if you see, the candle already got flipped. The candle already got flipped, which means again we have a higher probability to move the price down. All right. Okay. So again, if you see the 1 hour candle, this candle right over here, this candle, and it made a wick which was around, it was somewhere around 11 pips, right? 11 pips. So I expected that this again the next candle to be opened and fill the imbalance of at least 5 pips. So we saw that it filled the imbalance around 7 pips, right? So it always expected that if the candle sweeps the liquidity and opens like this, so we expect the next candle to fill the imbalance of the half wick. Alright. So this is what happened and it already got flipped. So we are good with that. Again, what I want is, all right. So okay, we have already broken the high low of the previous one hour candle. So definitely I will be looking for the cells on the fair value gap that will be formed on 5 minutes. So let's see if we can get any kind of fair value gap. We can take the position then. And all right, this is the Asia high, this is the Asia low, and this is the midnight open. So it's very important to mark these areas before you are trading, so you can know your levels, what's happening, where it's happening. So we broke the Asian high before the London session, before the pre-London session actually, and then again we came back, took the highs of previous Friday's candle, and then coming back again down. So let's see if we can capture the swing right over here. The 4 minutes candle. If the 4 minute candle closes down and we get the fair value gap, so most probably then I'll be taking the position right over here. EU Asian defining range demand to Friday's London high liquidity as TP as full sweep. So you captured the liquidity. I have started executing what you told. So let's see if we can get this small fair value gap, then I can look for the cells. One minute 30 seconds left. All right. So we never got the fair value gap. Again, let's see if we can get any of the fair value gap before some two or something like that. If we can get the fair value gap within the Asian range, so that would be very great for us. If I already know my setup, why do I lose? If you already know your setup, why do you lose? See, knowing your setup and executing it properly, there's a difference between that. I also know my setup, but if I broke one of my rules, then again I will be in losing, right? So with the knowing of your setup, you should also know the timings, execution, management. Management of your setup is also important. So how you manage your setup? Do you put the trade to break even? Do you run TP or full SL? So you should also follow some kind of rules like that. So probably this could be one of the reason that you would be facing maybe. You would have made some kind of list of your rules that I will not break this, I will not break this, and if you break like one of your rules, then again, hi, hello. I saw the trade that you put in the Discord. You were in the buys of Euro USD, the liquidity. Looking for sells in U and U right now. See me, I'm also looking for the sells. So let's see if we can get some kind of fair value gap. Sanya, great to see you. I took Euro USD in the morning, got 1:1 and closed in the big green candle, hit my target. The candle was really big. Don't know any news was there or not, but was for sure it will go up. That's amazing. I appreciate you for that. Actually, there was a liquidity run right over here, so this could be one of the reason because it grabbed the liquidity of the Friday's high, if you see, and then again it came back down. So most probably that could be one of the reason. Rest there was no major news or something like that, but that's amazing. I'm happy that you guys are capturing good trades in Euro USD. Looking for sales in GU and U for now as. I'm also looking for the cells in U. So let's see. Gotta wait for that, I feel. Cause 4 hours already flipping and 1 hour is already flipping too. So maybe and the 1 hour filter half wick more than half wick of previous hourly candle. Again, let's see. कोई intraday strategy सिखा दो. I'm trading live every day, the same setup. It's the same setup you can take every day and learn how I'm trading this strategy. if the market wants to hunt liquidity, it makes candle, but not all a sudden big candle. These are very rare. That's very true, but it depends. There are two kind of liquidities. One is that when there's a very fast move, there's one sign that the liquidity is being grabbed, and one is a slow kind that is called resistant liquidity. So it takes the liquidity very slowly. For example, first it makes the liquidity. If I can show you some kind of example, yeah. See, but right over here, this made the self-generated liquidity right over here. First, it went up, down, up, down, up, down, and then this formed the liquidity that is called trend line liquidity and went down straight away and grabbed very fast. So there are like several kind of liquidities, but again, we never know if it was externally induced candle because of geopolitics or whatever. So we never know about that. Let me see, was there any some kind of news? Because sometimes there is a thing that even if we have some kind of yellow folder or orange folder in Euro USD especially, we get the move. No, there was no orange folder actually. But on my okay, it's we have Euro Bank holiday today, guys. We have a Euro Bank holiday, so we should be careful about the trading today. Um, no, we don't have any kind of, red or orange folder. But again, we should be careful by trading today because we have a holiday maybe today. It's an Italian bank holiday for the Euro one. If I already know my setup, why do I lose? Um, no, this you already asked, right? I already told you about the answer. That if you guys not gonna follow your setup, that you will be losing. Knowing your setup, there's a difference between knowing your setup and following your rules. So if you break one of your rules, again you're gonna lose with that. So be careful about following the plan that you make and not only spotting your setups. I feel that we'll not be getting a sell opportunity, but let's see if we can get any kind of setup today. I wanna ask what's the most overrated advice traders follow? Most overrated advice. Mm, the advice maybe discipline, I would say, that everybody tells you to follow certain kind of discipline, just be disciplined, just be disciplined. But I feel like discipline without structure is nothing. So alone being disciplined doesn't matter, but you should have a plan, proper plan, and structure with that. So you should have defined plans, setups, or defined setup, risk limits. So you can't be alone, be disciplined with no framework. So I feel this could be one of the most overrated advice that traders get from everybody, from mentors, that be disciplined. But without a structure, you can't be disciplined. So most of the people uh just trade blindly, like. So I feel like having a proper framework, that is more good than being alone disciplined. But that was very smart trade that you guys captured right over here of the liquidity sweep. I never looked the market till now. Till then, so because we grabbed highs, no, yeah, we closed above the Asian highs and then went up, took the Friday's highs and again down. So one candle is like close, very indecisive candle. It's very indecisive. So trade, but not so excessively unless you are back testing a strategy or checking it. Correct. That's also very true. Excessive of trading like will just freeze your mind, so you won't be able to analyze anything after that. Either you are back testing, writing the data, collecting the data, that's another thing, but trading excessively will definitely will blur your vision to analyze better. So the less you trade, the less you analyze, will have a good vision to see your setups. So that's a good advice also. We have two for buys and two for sells. Let's see till 2, maybe till 2 p.m. if we can get any cell structure, then we can plan it out. Market is art, anything can happen soon. Yeah, it's very indecisive right now, so that's why what we are waiting for. Let's see till 2, maybe I will wait till 2 approx. If we get any setup, we're gonna take, and if we don't get any setup, we won't be trading till No, because again we have a holiday also, right? Bank holiday. So might be that ending up consolidating or something. We don't want to trade in an indecisive area, so but how I know my plan is right? So if you backtested your plan, you would be knowing that how correct or how what is the probability of your plan. You made a plan with some thoughts, right? So if you know that you made your plan with the correct backtested data, so I feel like you won't be saying it plan if it's not right. It will not be considered a plan if it's not right. So again, if you have less confidence on your plan, I would say that backtest everything and know that what is your win rate and have some confidence in your plan. It should come down as it is ranging a daily supply, but let's see. It should come down, but again, we gotta see the some kind of structure. I want some kind of if we get some kind of fair value gap right over here in this kind of zone, so I will be up for the sales, but let's see. I heard that in the last week of December, Euro USD and all Forex market volumes dropped. I don't know about that actually. In the last week of December, let's see. Let's ask Chat GPT. What happens to Euro USD in the last week of December? So, what historical seasonal data suggests is that December has historically been one of the strongest months for Euro USD, and over many years, Euro USD has often risen in December with some analysis to average monthly gains and okay, a key driver of seasonal strength is tendency of US dollar to weaken at the year end according to common seasonal market pattern. Dollar often gets sold as US companies, da da da. And all right. Seasonal data suggests that Euro USD is strongest. Again, okay, so seasonality works on average, but not always. Just because December has often been strongest doesn't guarantee a rally each year. The behavior of the US dollar around the year end may shift depending on microeconomics condition like Federal Reserve signals, rate cuts, etc. And liquidity and trading volume tends to be lower towards the holidays. So yeah, again we have Christmas, we have New Year, etc. So might be that we have a less volume. That could be very true. So we can expect a little less volume. That could be very true because of holidays and all that. So that means we should avoid trading in the last week of December. That means that. All right, let's see if we can get this one fair value gap. Then most probably we can take this. 2 minutes left. Let's see. I heard that. Oh no, what is it? Do you have any holiday plans this year? Going any abroad or that sort? Might be in. I feel like in January, February, most probably not in December, but it's possible. But I'm not sure of it. But most probably in Jan, Feb, like that. Jan, Feb, March. Yes, avoid during holidays cause of volume. Alright, let's see this position if we can get the shots. There's something. Alright, 20 seconds left, so you guys can place your sell limits. So if this fair value gap didn't reach like that, so we can shift our sell limit to right over here, right? After 1 minute. So let's see till 1 minute what happens. Accordingly, we're gonna do that. Forty, 30 seconds left. Let's see. Alright, 20, 16. So I'm gonna shift my stop loss somewhere right away. So if it never taps above, so then we'll see. Let's see if we can get tap to this value gap. So then again, we can see some kind of possibility that it will be coming down. But again, as we have the bank holiday, so Still we are not activated. If it chooses to go straight away to the TP, then again, we never got the entry then. The recent FBG. The recent FBG, this one. See, the recent FBG, the thing is that in the London opening has happened right over here, right? On this candle. So our first presented FBG is this one. So I feel that always there's a high probability of the first presented FBG, right? Which holds the most of the value or most of the weight, I would say. So I won't be, taking the trade right over here. How much pips it would be around? Three, around 3, 4 pips. 3, 4 pips. 5 pips almost. So I don't think that we should be taking right over here, because then again the move that we want is still here, 20 pips. That's the average movement. So if we will be trailing our sell limit, then it will be a problem for us while taking the TP. I mean, this happened a lot of times for me, that the recent fair value gap always taps in and then we get the move that we wanted. But again, I don't want to risk that. because again we have a bank holiday and plus the range. So, and this is the most high probable like for Valika because it is the first presented in the London session. So, overall trend in the Euro USD is bullish. If we are taking any downward trade, we should take it with a small quantity. Exactly, because if we see, let's see on the on the higher time frame. On the higher time frame, we are bullish, right? Though we are flipped and grabbed the liquidity of the Fridays, but again, and also it's a very wicky zone. If you see in zoom out in the 1 hour, this zone is quite wicky. Right? This zone is quite wicky, so it's better to avoid these kind of zones. Plus, we can't trail our sell limit again. We can't afford to trail our sell limit. And again, it's two. So what most probably I'm gonna do if it comes up and activates our sell limit, then before giving the move that we want, okay, then I'm gonna place my stop loss right over here. I'm gonna trail my stop loss. So if the AVG got fills, so again we are safe and take the very small loss. So I was observing my trades yesterday actually, and I saw that whenever we filled with the fair value gap, we can trail like more of our stop loss, then it can save our risk percentage. So again, if you see trading as capital of defending rather than the game of attacking, so then we know proper risk management. So it's all about risk management, how you manage your risk. So see the ways that how you can make your loss less. So when you have the ability to control your losses, then only we are good to go. Hello, ma'am. I want to ask one question. Yeah, go ahead, please. Alright, guys, so let's wait for the trade to get activated. If we get activated, then we're gonna take it. Plus, again, with a very small risk, very minimal risk, I'm gonna, if this trade, if we can get the entry right over here, and I'm gonna wait. If any kind of fair value gap is being filled, I'm gonna, get out of the trade simply. So I'm not gonna risk more than that. So that's it. And I'm gonna update you in my Discord channel if it's get activated, plus where I'm gonna place my stops. So stay tuned for that, right? If you have any question, you can directly ask in the Discord channel in the community group. Plus, that's all, guys. It's already been two. Thank you for joining. And let's trade, let's grow together. Thank you. Bye bye.